The modern man moves through the world as a hollowed shell, unaware that his most precious fire is being stolen by 1,000 tiny self-inflicted wounds of mindless distraction. Every moment of weakness is a silent pact with mediocrity, a leak in the very vessel of your soul that leaves you wandering in a thick, gray fog. You feel the exhaustion in your bones and the hesitation in your voice, yet you cannot pinpoint the invisible thief that robs you of your natural-born masculine throne. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel, link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. Deep within your biology lies a sacred alchemy, a potent life force that ancient civilizations revered as the ultimate fuel for the mind, the body, and the spirit. This is the magic of the seed, an energy so dense and powerful that it carries the blueprint for creation itself, yet most men cast it away cheaply. Imagine for a moment what would happen if you stopped the leak and allowed this internal reservoir to overflow, turning your weakness into an unshakable, radiant pillar of strength. The universe does not reward the depleted. It bows to the man who possesses the discipline to contain his own lightning, directing it inward to forge a new reality. You are currently operating at a fraction of your true potential, dragging yourself through days that should be conquered with the ferocity of a king and the clarity of a sage. This journey is not about mere abstinence. It is about a total, energetic revolution that begins the very second you decide to reclaim your stolen vitality. Your body is a sophisticated machine of energy transformation, and when you retain your essence, you are choosing to fuel the higher faculties of your brain rather than discarding them. The difference between a man who leaks and a man who retains is the difference between a flickering candle in the wind and a raging, unstoppable sun. It is time to address the shadow in the room and venture beyond the shallow wisdom of a society that wants you docile, tired, and is highly controlled. Everything in this vast electric cosmos operates on the laws of vibration, and your internal state dictates the quality of the world that manifests around your every single footsteps. If you feel invisible or overlooked, it is because your energetic frequency has been muted by the constant cycle of release that leaves your aura dim and your spirit fragmented. By choosing the path of retention, you are sounding a horn of war against your lower impulses, signaling to the universe that you are finally ready. The first week of this sacred preservation is a period of intense biological recalibration, where your system begins to realize that the era of mindless depletion has finally ended. Your brain, long accustomed to the cheap highs of instant gratification, begins a painful but necessary process of rewiring its pathways to seek out true, meaningful rewards. You might feel a sudden surge of restlessness, a raw hunger for action that your body has not experienced since the early days of your untainted youth. This initial surge is the signal that your dopamine receptors are finally resetting, allowing you to find joy in the simple act of breathing, working, and existing with purpose. The fog that once clouded your judgment starts to dissipate, replaced by a sharp, piercing focus that allows you to see through the illusions of the modern world with ease. Discipline, which once felt like a heavy burden, begins to feel like a natural extension of your newfound internal authority and growing self-respect. As the seventh day approaches, the physical transformation becomes undeniable as your body relocates the nutrients and minerals intended for the seed back into your blood and brain. You wake up with a lightness in your chest, free from the heavy anchor of post-release guilt that once haunted your subconscious mind and drained your morning drive. Your eyes become clearer, reflecting a spirit that is no longer divided against itself, but unified under a single, powerful intention to grow and conquer your environment. Prolactin levels, which typically spike to induce lethargy after a release, remain low, creating an emotional baseline that is stable, resilient, and entirely unaffected by external chaos. You become the eye of the storm, observing the world with a cool, detached confidence that makes others wonder what secret power you have recently discovered within your very soul. This emotional reset is the catalyst for a deeper sense of self-control that feels both incredibly ancient and refreshingly modern in its application to your life. The energy you once wasted is now redirected towards your cognitive functions, enhancing your memory, your wit, and your ability to solve complex problems that once felt entirely overwhelming. Every action you take becomes more deliberate, backed by the weight of a man who knows his own worth and refuses to compromise his destiny for a fleeting pleasure. You are no longer chasing the world. The world is beginning to notice the gravitational pull of your growing internal mass and magnetic presence. Moving past the first month, the benefits of retention begin to take root in your very character, transforming the way you carry yourself through the halls of your daily existence. Your voice drops to a deeper, more resonant frequency, carrying the authority of a man who has mastered his most primal urges and directed them toward his highest goals. People begin to sense your presence before you even enter a room, reacting to the subtle, powerful energy that now radiates from your revitalized physical form. This is the stage where neuroplasticity truly begins to work in your favor, strengthening the prefrontal cortex and turning your willpower into an inexhaustible resource for your grandest ambitions. Challenges that would have once broken your spirit are now met with a calm, strategic mind that views every obstacle as a stepping stone to a much higher plane. You are building a mental fortress, a sanctuary of focus that cannot be breached by the trivial distractions that keep the masses in a state of perpetual confusion. By the time you reach the midpoint of your 90-day ascent, your hormonal landscape has undergone a total metamorphosis. Balancing your testosterone and harmonizing your entire endocrine system, this internal harmony manifests externally as an unshakable confidence, a natural dominance that commands respect without the need for aggressive posturing or loud, hollow words of false bravado. You exude a quiet strength, a reliability that draws people toward you like moths to a flame, seeking the warmth of your stable and powerful energy. Your pheromones shift, sending silent signals of vitality and leadership to everyone you encounter, opening doors and creating opportunities that once seemed locked away behind invisible walls of rejection. The universe begins to mirror your internal state of abundance, providing you with synchronicities and luck that appear almost effortless to those who do not understand your sacred sacrifice. You are no longer fighting against the current of life. You are the current, flowing with a purpose that is aligned with the very stars themselves. At 90 days, the practice of retention is no longer a struggle of the will, but a permanent state of being that defines your identity as a sovereign man of power. You have successfully crossed the bridge from a life of depletion to a life of creation, where your words carry the weight of truth and your actions bear fruit. The spirit feels aligned with a greater purpose, and the physical body vibrates with a level of energy that makes you feel nearly invincible in the face of adversity. The contrast between the 7-day mark and the 90-day milestone is like comparing a small spark in the dark to the blinding majesty of a midday sun. While the first week offers a glimpse of clarity and a lift in mood, the 3-month mark provides a total structural renovation of your psychological and physical reality. You have tapped into a higher level of thinking, where every decision is made with a precision that was once completely unimaginable to your former, weaker self. Socially, the evolution is stark and undeniable, alchemizing your identity from a follower into a natural leader who stands out through the sheer intensity of his focused and calm presence. Your opinions are sought after, your presence is missed when you are absent, and your influence grows in ways that are both subtle and incredibly profound in their reach. This shift in perception is the direct result of the consistent energy you have cultivated by refusing to throw away your most vital and sacred essence. Biologically, the adaptation is complete, and the energy that was once an exhilarating high has now become your new, stable baseline for performance in every area of your life. Your body has optimized its energy allocation, allowing you to work longer, think faster, and recover from physical or mental strain with a speed that defies conventional medical expectations. You have become a biological elite, a man who has harnessed the magic of his own nature to rise above the limitations of the average and the ordinary. The spiritual benefits are perhaps the most profound of all, as you begin to feel a deep, meaningful connection to the underlying fabric of existence and the path of destiny. Doorways that were once closed now swing open at your approach, as if the world itself recognizes the master within and moves to accommodate your higher, more noble intentions. You are a creator in the truest sense, using the preserved fire of your loins to illuminate the darkness and lead others toward a more vibrant and powerful way of being. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Every day you continue this path, the benefits compound, building a legacy of strength that will stand long after the momentary pleasures of the world have faded into the dust of time. You are the architect of your own evolution, the guardian of your own fire, and the master of a destiny that is limited only by the boundaries of your imagination. The journey of retention is the ultimate hero's quest, a return to the source of your power and a reclaiming of the life you were always meant to live.